Here we go. Here we go. Almost. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Auntie Jean.
Good morning.
Hello. How's everybody doing? It's FriYay. It's a happy, happy day. We're happy people. So let's get this Alexa up and running and have her sing to us. Well, she doesn't actually sing, but she helps us to enjoy the music. So here we go. It's a beautiful day.
So you're in a hurry? Well, you better calm down. We're all friends around you, just join the fun. 'Cause if you're in a hurry, you're missing the point. Should enjoy the fruits of life instead of chasing coins. Because it's a beautiful day. Isn't it all? So come on, let's play. Forget the rush, you're in and find a good spot. Sit down and join us as we sing a good song. Keep back, relax, and just follow along. Oh, we got plenty of time. Taking it easy won't cost you a dime. Throw another log onto the fire. Because it's a beautiful day. And come on, let's play.
A couple of you awake. There's my Marietta Heart Lady. Oh my gosh, Marietta, can't wait for people to have your hearts when they come to the retreat. Catherine Kovacs, good morning, good morning. All right, it's a beautiful day. It really is. I'm looking at the sun shining outside, birds flying around. Woo, and doors slamming. Yeah, it is a beautiful day. It's cold outside. Oh, it's really cold outside. It's 36 degrees.
Oh.
No wonder there's a fire in the fireplace.
Downstairs.
Yeah, it's just a fire downstairs. But I'm perfectly comfortable up here without a sweater or anything. In fact, I think I'm a little warm up here, to be honest. So, but Auntie Jean's all bundled up, and that's okay. We're going to keep her warm. Catherine said it was really cold this morning. Isn't that interesting, Catherine and everybody, that the hurricane just came through there and now it's cold? Really weird stuff happening in our world with the weather. You walked out on your back porch and it was cold. Yeah, that's so strange. Suzanne, good morning, good morning. And I sent you all the prediction of the weather up here for next week. So I hope the ones of you that are coming up were able to look at that in the group page. Because, yeah, it might be a little chilly up here next week when we're gathering for the retreat. Annie 7, good morning to you. And let me see if anybody else is on my timeline. Nope, just Kathleen. Kathleen, you can come on over to Angel Speakers and join the party there this morning. All right, let's go into our hearts. Just keep that thought. What a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. Put your hand on your heart. Slow down the breathing. And maybe if you were distracted by something and you didn't see that it was a beautiful day, this will bring you to that realization. And you can start adding in love, compassion, beauty, telling yourself, I am beautiful. I am enough. I am worthy. I am filled with awe and wonder and ready for whatever the world shows me today. I am a blessing to the world. Doesn't that feel good to bring all that yummy, yummy feeling into your heart? And your heart is telling it to your brain, and they're having a party. So it's party time. It's FriYay. Good morning, Robin Waters Dykes. I'm so happy that you're coming to the morning show. It just makes my heart just feel so warm to have you here. And Suzanne, you are absolutely correct. Pack socks and a jacket. I just bought new socks and they're a little thicker than what I would normally wear. So I think my body is getting prepared for it getting a little colder next week. It may not be. Sometimes, that weatherman doesn't know a whole lot about what he's talking about. So we're going to go with that.
Nobody steals your socks.
No, poor little Auntie Jean. They're just not leaving her alone. I don't know what she did. I don't know if maybe it's your Faye that followed you here.
It could be.
And they're upset with you because the little doggies are missing you.
Could be.
It could be.
Could be they just want to tease me because I'm so teasable. She's
very teasable, but don't tell anybody. Maybe she won't get teased at the retreat. And Suzanne, you bought doggy socks. I love that. I didn't see any doggy socks. I would have bought some. My beautiful Allie that I had, she was so fun. And I had these house slippers that had like a dog on the top, the dog that stood up on the top. And I would walk through the house and she would bark at my shoes. It was the funniest thing to watch. We'll have to see if we can find a pair of those for you for when you go home. Tease little Harry and Ringo. I'm sure they're missing our Auntie Jean. So
I'm missing them.
I know she's missing them terribly. How's everybody doing? It's Friday, end of the work week. We don't have our Kathy on yet. So where's our Kathy hand? We're missing quite a few people this morning. But it is the end of the work week for those of you who work in a regular Monday through Friday. And what's your yay? What's a yay that you can get behind today and say, oh my goodness, I'm just having a joy party inside because of this day, because I'm alive, maybe. That's a yay for me. Just getting up, seeing that it's a bright new day, that there are possibilities, that it's getting closer to our retreat. We have people flying in tomorrow that we'll be going to retrieve and bring them here and get ready for that beautiful reunion on Sunday. It is a reunion. Robin, you've worked all week, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Oh my goodness, honey. So much love to you. Kathy is here. Good morning, Kathy. And you were trying to hide, weren't you? Oh, Robin, I hope so. I hope you can catch the show and would really love to see you in person. We're going to plan more of these gatherings, I'm sure, after we get this one behind us. I think probably when it comes to checking out on Friday. Some people will leave on Thursday. I think there's going to be a desire for more get-togethers. So I know the Angels really have treats for us with this one and any that we hold in the future. So Auntie G, do you have a yay this morning?
Oh, yay, the retreat's almost here and I get to see the whole family. And yay, that we were able to stay with Blue in her beautiful house. And we have had so much activity from the elementals and everything. It's been
Mhm.
wonderful.
It has been wonderful. Yeah, they've really rejoiced that we're here, and they've been such a blessing, just showing themselves, playing. I don't know if you all have read my blog from last night, but one of them showed itself in a really big way, letting me see it. And I shared it with Auntie Jean. I was so excited, and I let her see it. And then Blue got to see it, and Brookie. And just to be able to capture something like that on film, picture or video, and this was video. And I was so excited when I saw it last year when I was here. I also captured one on film, and that was inside the house. So, yeah, I think I was saying to Blue last night, they think that my phone is a magic camera.
It really
I have a
is.
magic camera, and they're able to play with it and show themselves. And Robin heads south for a year. Well, I am headed to Florida after this, and I know the Angels are going to part the waters and make a path for us to come in. We won't be going down until I think we're leaving here on either the 10th or the 11th. So we'll be down there the second week of October, and pretty sure we'll be able to get in and without any problems at all. But Robin, we're going to be headed southwest. So if you'd like to meet up and have a cup of coffee or something, I know both Jean and I would love to sit with you and just, in central Mississippi.
Oh,
We have to go through Mississippi.
we
So that would be awesome to be able to meet you. And Isabel, good morning, sweet Isabel. Hopefully everything is fine where you're at, Isabel. And
Oh
I
my
hear it's a
God.
little cool this morning. So I hope that everything's intact at your house and that there wasn't any damage there. Deirdre, good morning, good morning. And Jafar, I hope I'm saying it correctly. Welcome. Let's see if there's anybody over here on page. Christina, good morning, Christina Leftwich. Oh, I know, we are going to enjoy that time together. I sure wish you were here. I really, really wish you were here to hold you and give you that big hug. That would be so amazing. It is a good Friday. Absolutely. Every day is a good day. I love that rampage that Abraham does. This is a good day. This is a very good day. I need to listen to that. I haven't listened to it in a while, but I get up saying, it's a great day. It's a great day to have a great day and just enjoy that energy of, yep, everything is working perfectly, as our Marietta says, in God's divine plan. And Marietta, I am so, so grateful to you. You have given us such blessings. And Marietta shared her hearts with us. We have these for everybody that's going to be at the retreat. Everything is working perfectly. And Christina, I'm going to make sure that you have one. I know you're unable to come. Those that did register and pay for the retreat but are unable to be here, I'll make sure that you get a Marietta heart. Isabel, so we are good in this area. No major damages, thank God. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for the ones that didn't have any damage, and praying for the ones that did have damage, like our Stacy. had some water that got in her house. Yeah, she shared a video with us where she was stomping in water. So praying that that gets taken care of. I know how this works after the hurricane, with the insurance companies having to come in and assess the damage, and it'll take a while for those areas to really recover from the storm that came through. So let's lift up everybody on the West Coast. I have some friends there I haven't heard from yet. And one family rode out the storm, and they're in Sarasota, which is right there where the storm came in. So please keep all the people in your prayers that didn't evacuate, that said, no, I think I'll sit this one out. It was a Category 4 storm, and that's not something you just sit out, because it destroys everything in its path when it comes in. It's called Ghost Detect, Kathy. And we play with that a lot. We haven't played with it much since we've been here, but we haven't had to. They've just been very, very active here. And last night, oh my goodness, was last night a weird night for anybody else? We kept hearing things, and I heard like a noise, like a motor noise. I don't think it was the furnace, because that was a distinct noise that was being made, and I could hear that. There was like a hum noise, like an engine running, and there was nothing in the yard. And if you knew where I'm at, it's very, very remote. There's no traffic here. There's no road nearby that would make
phone.
No, there's no phone either. There's no noise near, no road nearby that would make that road noise or a motor noise. And I kept hearing it. And the only other time I've heard that up here is when Blue and I went to the forest last year. And we stood at the edge of the forest, leaving the doggies in the car so they'd be safe. And we got out and walked around and went to the edge of the forest. We didn't go into it because we'd already been warned, don't take Teri into the forest, because it wouldn't end well. She wouldn't get back out. So that's the only other time I've heard that kind of hum. And we heard it. We knew that something was there, but you couldn't see it. It's like last night, something was there. And we got the heck out of Dodge when we heard it in the forest. So last night I just said, okay, I'm just going to ask Michael to protect us and for everything to work perfectly. I had dreams all night. I dreamed that Auntie Jean had one of Ben's fairy hair that she.
Yes, I must have pulled it out.
She pulled it out of my hair, you guys. Y'all know I hope that I'm teasing Auntie Jean. I tease her all the time. So when you come, I don't get upset with her. I tease her. But that was my dream. And she was like, well, it fell out and it fit right in my hair. So so I don't know what that dream was all about. If there are any dream interpreters, maybe you can figure that one out for us.
Maybe I'm jealous. I don't even realize it.
Aw, you don't have a jealous bone in your body. She does have fairy hair, so that doesn't make sense that she wanted one of my long strands of fairy hair. But it was a dream, and it wasn't real, and she has her fairy hair and I have mine. And I tell you, it's really sad when you lose a strand of the fairy hair. And Fairy Liz told me that would happen. She said, putting a couple of extra in, because it's devastating when they start falling out. And sure enough, one of them came out in the shower. I saw it at the drain, and I'm going, no, get back in my hair.
Super glue.
I know, super glue into my hair. Yeah, I don't understand the technology of how they put them in there. It's something about this little gadget that braids it onto a strand of your hair. I guess it's what they use for hair extensions. So now I know what that's like. It wasn't painful at all. And it didn't take long. It's just a minute. So Rosalind, good vibes. Good morning, sweet one. I was just thinking about you yesterday. I don't know if I dreamed about you, but you were definitely on my mind when I was doing some work yesterday
You were thinking how warm it was where she
in
was.
California. Yeah, it gets a little chilly there. There's the mountains,
Oh, that's true.
but there's also that beautiful beach and ocean, and the mountains meet the ocean, and that is one of my favorite places in the whole country.
They don't have beaches here, but they have beautiful lakes. They have a couple of, well, more than two. I mean, they have bunches, but two very good, beautiful lakes.
Okay. They do.
So they have beaches on the lake.
They have beaches on the lake. Yeah. And the lakes here, you have all different sizes, you have different feel to them. There's one that Blue takes us to, and I know we're all going to go there, where you look across the lake and just see beauty with all the trees. And yeah, there's some amazing, amazing places here.
And then there's one where there's a floating island.
Yeah, we have one of those in Florida. Hopefully it's still there. On the East Coast.
Okay.
On the East Coast of Florida, it's a place called Merritt Island. And it looks like a dragon when you look at it from a distance.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, so you had some interesting activity last night as well, Kathy. Yeah, it's that time. There's really a lot of activity going on because there's so much going on in the energies, and different energy coming in from the solar system. Those planets are really communicating with us right now. Isabel, you want one of those hearts and a bracelet? I will make sure we bring you one to Florida. So the Florida peeps that didn't get to come to the retreat, especially those that paid for it and were unable to come, I'll bring you hearts and the Peace for Peace bracelet. I love these. Robin says Ghost Radar Classic is one I enjoy. Yeah, the one I have, it works on iPhones, but I think there's a different version for Androids and it doesn't work as well as it does on the iPhone. Suzanne says, I can't wait to feel Vermont and all the peas. I know. Suzanne, I am so happy you're coming. I know it took a while to make that decision, and I'm so glad it was a yes. I'm so glad you're going to be here and that we're going to enjoy you. I just can't wait. And Kathy says, we were in the kitchen and started asking questions and didn't get any response until I invited them to come upstairs. Then I asked if they were upstairs yet, and the voice said now. And then Colin's phone died. I guess you weren't supposed to communicate with them anymore. Yeah, they're, spirit will communicate with us. It's just energy, you guys. And when we realize this, that everything is energy, whether it's seen in the 3D form in our human bodies, or we see it in another form, it's all energy. And energy recognizes energy. So we can talk to our loved ones that are no longer in their physical body. We can talk to the trees. We can talk to the birds and the animals. Yeah, everything is energy. How about we see what Kuan Yin has to say? This is the card. I have not looked at it yet, but there's the image. Aw, love this. Love makes all things possible. Yes, it does, doesn't it, Auntie Jean?
It does.
Love makes all things possible. Take your time, commit to your inner journey, and don't give up. The Divine Mother is always there. Success will be yours. Who's going to claim that message this morning? I think we're all going to be experiencing that at the retreat. Commit to your inner journey. I want to tell you guys, there's some of these workshops that you know, you really don't want to miss. And when you come to the retreat, you have options. You can go to the workshops, or you can go out into the area that's so beautiful and just explore. I mean, it's really up to you what you want to do. But these workshops that we put together are there to really take you deeper into spirituality. So when you come, you have options. You know, you can be with us and do that deeper dive. You can go out and sit by the pond, or sit in the beautiful park that's there, go on a hike and go into your journey by yourself. You know, some people, that's the way that they are able to take a deeper journey. Some people need that. It could be called a vision quest, where you just experience nature and go out on your own. And we'll be taking some trips where you can just wander around where we're going, like the Yogananda retreat place that's here. It's a huge, huge field that you can just walk through. There's benches you can sit on. That's going to be a really great experience to sit with your own energy, to just be with you, even though we're with a group. And yes, and we have a new presenter that you all don't know about yet, but just found out yesterday. We're going to have a presentation by our very own Leo Harley. And Leo is going to talk to us about that mind-body connection and spiritual practices, and how important it is to have a spiritual practice. He'll share some of what he does. I've known Leo for a few years now, and I know that he's very dedicated to both the spiritual practices that he does and to taking care of his body and making sure that everything is working perfectly. And then how does that integrate? How does the physical integrate with the spiritual? What is that mind-body connection? So y'all are in for a treat, because our Leo is going to be teaching us. We're all teachers, but he's going to share something from his own personal experience. And that's always the best teacher. When a teacher is sharing what they've been through, how they're doing things, then yeah, that's awesome. We've also put together a panel that's going to talk about the elementals. And I think I'll be showing you that little video that was taken. I can put it on the big screen, and you all can see that little fairy elemental that just took off like a rocket. And it's just so amazing just to watch it.
It made my heart so happy that there's actual physical proof.
Yeah,
Because so many people think they're crazy when you talk about your fairies.
exactly. And that's what the blog was last night. The blog was about, you know, when they show themselves as they did yesterday in that physical way, that's really not for the disbelievers. That's for us that do believe. Because you know what Wayne Dyer said, you'll see it when you believe it. And I fully believe in fairies. I fully believe in angels and these spirit guides that come in and talk to us and teach us and work with us. So when you believe that fully, 100% invested, but maybe you haven't seen angels, maybe you haven't seen fairies, but you do believe, then just open up to that possibility that yes, it will happen. Not that it can, but it will happen. When you're sure it will happen, it will. Annie says, soon I will be on the road again. Today working. I love y'all. Wish I could go visit. Maybe one day. Maybe one day, Annie, we'll get to one of the retreats. It would be great to have a Louisiana retreat too, because, oh my gosh, Jean and I both just fell in love with the Louisiana area, and especially around New Orleans, where there's so much just openness and freedom and non-judgment.
Acceptance.
Yeah, Yeah, they just accept you no matter what. Do we get to meet Dolly and Chance? I don't know the answer to that, but we'll see.
We got to meet them.
We did. We got to go and just stand there and enjoy their beauty and their personalities. And I really fell in love with Chance. I want you all to know that there's something special about that horse. And Chance is the one we pray for all the time. Watching, I think I'm getting a message out there in the tree. There's one limb that's just bouncing up and down. Nothing else is moving. None of the leaves or branches on any of the others. And see, now it stopped, but it was just like up and down, bouncing. Like, okay, you're still hanging around. I think that's the same one that came in yesterday.
She really wants to announce herself.
I know, but we were with Chance, and he's the one that we pray for because he got sprayed by a skunk in his eyes. He got a little bit too close to it when it was in his paddock, and he's still having difficulty with one of his eyes that's not working properly physically. So I got to stand with him, and as I had been loving on him, his handler came up and I told her, I said, why is there a tear in his eye? Because I saw it well up with a tear and then it came down his face. And she goes, yeah, I have to wash his face all the time to clear off the tears. And it's still happening because of what the skunk did. So loving on Chance. If we get a chance to go out there and to see them, for sure, just give him a little bit of extra love. Dolly's a princess.
Oh,
She gets attention and love all the time, and
she's a queen.
she gets whatever she wants unless Blue Jean forgets to take the carrots, and then she's not real happy.
No, she was.
Oksana, good morning. Oksana's back to the office. The weather is so beautiful here today. Max was very unhappy to go back to school.
Oh,
I asked him to spit out his poisonous thoughts, otherwise they would poison his mood. There you go. What a wonderful teaching from you, Oksana. And I'm so glad that things are able to come back to normal after that storm. Mary Crincoli, good morning. Our Mary will be here on Sunday for the retreat, and I'm so excited about this.
Lizzie
Can you
B's
tell?
behind you.
And we got a whizzy bee in the window.
Mhm.
One of the little fur babies here at Blues. Good morning, Tammy Fisk. So glad that you're here. All right. So any other yays before we go into the prayers, and any prayers this morning? If you have something going on, I know we're still praying for the areas where that storm went in Florida, and now where it's threatening to go in the Carolinas, and keeping all that were in its path in our prayers for a quick resolution, for the water to dissipate, for those who had damage to their homes or their homes totally destroyed. That happened too. I was watching one video, and the people were watching boats float down their street. Like, just kept coming and kept coming. So obviously there must have been a boatyard somewhere nearby. So any prayers that you have, just please type them in. I have an unspoken prayer. One of my clients that I spoke with yesterday, and just really needs our prayers right now. So I want to lift her up. And Deirdre says prayers for all humans, for Gaia, and for world peace and attention to human trafficking. Thank you, Deirdre, for that beautiful prayer. And let's see if there's anybody over on the page that's putting anything in. Travel prayers for sure, for those flying into the retreat, for those driving in. Kathy, Suzanne, Mama Hot Bear, Charlie, Erica, Chris, Deirdre.
Special prayers for Charlie, because he's got doing a lot for the retreat. And he's got a lot of responsibility, and we're so grateful for him.
So very grateful. Yeah. I think he's probably going to have to go to bed when he gets to the retreat. It's going to be a long day of driving for
It's
him.
awful because that means I might have to cook,
Oh,
and that's not
Right.
good. It's not
you
good.
might have to cook.
Charlie's a good cook.
Yes, he is. And Kathleen says, please say extra prayers for Haven's mom. She's been back in ER twice since her gastric bypass recently with complications. We certainly will. And Andrea, please add an extra prayer for my brother John, who hurt his back, and he lives in the Carolinas.
Oh,
Andrea, we're going to wrap a bubble of protection around John and just see everything coming to perfection there. Thank you for bringing that to our attention so we can lift him up. Okay, so I don't see any other requests. You know that we have that long list, and that's what we lift up every day together. When you're lifting something heavy, it doesn't feel heavy if all hands are pitching in to help lift it. So that's what we do every day when we come together at this time. So let's do that now. Let's go into our hearts. Breathe in love and breathe out love. Breathe in light. Let it just go through your whole body, filling you with that joy that happens, that explosion of love inside your heart. All of those names that have been given to us, that have been placed in our care, we lift them high. And all of those that need more special attention, we bring those to the front of the line and just ask that those beautiful hands of God, the hands of Christ, the arms of Divine Mother, just wrap around them, lifting them higher. And that whatever is needed in the lives of all of these that we pray for be seen, acknowledged, and answered to the very best and good of all. We don't always know what the solutions are. We don't know what the best thing is that could happen, but just wrapping our arms around everyone that we pray for, everyone that's here. Special prayers for Blue, special prayers for Auntie Jean, and special prayers for myself. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now let's love on everyone that's present. And we do this each morning. Every day, we count down 3, 2, 1. Thank you. I love you. I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Charlie's here. Good morning, Charlie. And haven't seen Leo, but we've got his voice. So let's see if Alexa will turn him loose for a minute so he can sing to us. Are we ready, girls?
Are you ready? He said, we just saw that. Yeah.
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go, come on, come on. Come on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. One on peace for peace, on our mission for harmony. You and me and Mama be on the lead. Wherever it's out there, we create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day at 8. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day at 8. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa Cuppa full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot, and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on the show. Today's a new day, we all part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team, and you can side with us. There is always no space in the pot for more love. Take a spot and get the day started. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day to start the day on a high vibe. We call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day to start the day on a high vibe. We call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of love. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of love. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of love. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of love. There really is no secret. We simply accept, align, allow. AAA, Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day to start the day on a high vibe. We call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy, every day to start the day on a high vibe. We call the AAA. Morning Cuppa Fulla Joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cuppa full of joy. Cuppa full of joy. Cuppa full of joy. Give me a cuppa full of love. Give me cuppa joy. 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 Give me cuppa joy.
Thank you so much for being here. Remember the words of Kuan Yin this morning. Love makes all things possible. It certainly does. I love you all so very much. Stay in your hearts. Stay blessed. We'll see you later. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Namaste, y'all.
Namaste. Love you.